Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wanted for September 21st, 2024. It's Season 1, Episode 29. Today, Mayor Watt, that's me, and the sentient AI. Go ahead.
Good evening, hometown citizens, and welcome to Wanted.
We're going to talk about foam rollers, food and drink advent calendars, laser cutters and engravers, metal mice from Logitech, the Thock of Life at a desk, portable soldering iron, Roto VR Explorer, gifts under $100, a mic and a headset combo, and because it's the season, advent calendars. 'Tis the season. Everything is powered by ohmtown.com. Go over there and become a citizen, but really we want you to hang out here on Twitch and YouTube. Like and subscribe, follow us, ring the bell, send a carrier pigeon, whatever you're interested in. Download the podcast as well. Visit us over at Patreon. There's a Discord, and every 25 years we hold a barbecue here at ohmTown Center. No, that's not true. That last part, that about the barbecue, we don't do that. Anyway. At least not yet. Maybe if we get big enough, we can have an ohmTown convention, an ohmTown con, or visit ohmTown, that kind of a thing. And we can hold it somewhere in Vegas, maybe at the Sphere, because, you know, we're wildly wealthy. All that YouTuber money. No, too soon?
I'm not sure it's too soon. It's just
Ever?
two. Yeah.
Ever. All right, well, I have my aspirations. And 3.5 years in. No, 2.5 years in. No. It's season 3. 9 months in to season 3. So we're 9 months into the third year. That almost hurt my brain. If you're in Twitch, you can hit !NSN, and that will give you all of the show notes for today's show. But I need to, while the show is going, I need to make sure that YouTube is treating us right. And it is. Yay! So for the last, 5 days worth of show, it has not been updating. So every time I launch the show, I have to manually change it later, but it just updated it properly. So yeah, it was basically the news show that we do a replay when we're not actually streaming live, so that you can watch what we have put together over the last week worth of shows. And that's how it's going to be again today. After this show, we're going to replay the last 7 days of shows. So it's about 14 hours of show. But anyway, stick around. Maybe you'll like this show. All right. So Wanted is all about gadgets and gear. Technically it's gadgets, gear, and lifestyle news, but I just shortened it to gadget and gear news. Should be plural, gadgets and gear news. I don't know. I'll fix it. But we're doing it live. So let's get into it. Here's the oddest thing, but foam rollers, at least for me, I don't really use foam rollers, but I hear that they're really good. When I have tried them, they give that deep tissue massage feeling, right? It's all your weight. So if you only weigh 98 pounds soaking wet, then you can probably roll on one of these foam rollers and you don't really feel all that much weight. But if you're breaking into the 3 digits, maybe, deuce and a half, you'll really feel it. But I'm going to get in trouble for saying that at some point. Anyway, CNET put together an article. Giselle Castro Sloboda put this article together. Best foam rollers for 2024. And they've picked the best foam rollers to get that deep tissue massage feeling at home. These will knead out your legs, back, and other sore muscles.
Well, and foam rollers can prevent a lot of issues or minimize issues that people might have from exercise or
Yeah,
just normal day-to-day strain.
You can, when you do it right, you can pretty much it acts kind of like a soft, it's not really soft. I mean, it's curved. And so depending on the density of the foam, it acts as a pressure point to roll across muscles no matter where. I mean, you just have to contort to get into the right angle, and you can do it with your arms, you can do it across your back, you can do your calf, thighs, even your glutes. You basically just have to, get in position, so to speak. And so I thought that it would be a neat idea to promote some healthy, lifestyle choices. The best foam roller for beginners is the Gaiam, I guess it is. It's Gaia and then M, Restore Muscle Therapy Foam Roller. It's only $26 at Amazon, and depending on the time of day, you can actually, in your location, you can get these things the next morning. Like, I had something delivered. I ordered it at 9 p.m. yesterday, and it showed up this morning at 7 a.m. so that I could take care of a problem.
Yeah, that's kind of quick.
Yeah, love it. So it all depends on where a warehouse is to you. So $26, you can start working out those sore muscles, because not everybody can have a cryotherapy tank sitting in their mayoral mansion. Not that I have a cryotherapy tank, but...
These are relatively inexpensive, and if you could only buy one thing related to your health and exercise, this might be it.
Oh,
not the Gaiam, but just a foam roller in general.
Foam roller, yeah. $19, most affordable foam roller. I don't know what they say about it, because I am going to guarantee you something. You can, and I encourage everybody to follow the links in the, you know what? Let me do this real quick. So, exclamation point NSN. Exclamation point want. So if you hit want, exclamation point want, that'll give you the show notes for all of the wanted articles. Out of muscle memory, I typed in exclamation point NSN twice. But anyway, so exclamation point want will pull up the show notes for the wanted show. But I just want to say, go and read these. I don't want to go through all of them because there's a bunch. Two more. But the reason why I'm so hesitant about going through the benefits and whatever is I want you to go there and check them out, because the reality of this is you're going to have a particular want or need, and even when you get this, you may go, this is too hard, or this is unwieldy, it's too big, it's too small, it's not the right circumference, all kinds of manner of thing. And so you really should go and check it out. But there are basically vibrating versions of it. It says the Lululemon, I guess, or Lululemon. Sorry, it's the Lululemon.
Right. Which I didn't know they made foam rollers. I knew they made a tire.
Yeah, that's why I pronounced it the way that I did, because I didn't know that Lululemon made anything other than clothing. Apparently, they've got something branded to them. This says the best foam roller for full body, which I think all of them have the ability to be full body. It just depends, again, on how you can contort yourself.
Right, but you probably wouldn't want a full body one for like a really small, compact, like the travel one may not be the best for that.
Right. And they have one here, it says best foam roller for travel, like the AI said. And it actually looks like a water bottle, for crying out loud. And that one's $55 at Mobot. They don't sell it on Amazon. And then they have one that looks like it has various little like ridges and textures to it, so that it says the Trigger Point Grid patented multi-density foam massage roller.
That might not be the best one for a beginner.
Right, because you have to focus on a certain spot and get it in the right position.
And it might be painful if you're not used to using a foam roller.
Like a high density one too. So there's all kinds of stuff, but keep in mind we are largely a biological entity and a digital entity that discounts plastic wherever possible. And so this is a foam roller, and most foam rollers are either plastic of one type or another. Very few of them are plastic covered in silicone so that it doesn't leach microplastics out, but foam rollers are definitely going to leach microplastics out. They're going to discount that, but if it's made out of plastic, it's going to happen. Anyway, go and check it out. Let's move on if you don't mind. No. There's a bunch right there. Okay, let's keep going. The next article is over in Technology Today. That's where it was aggregated into, but it's a CNET article as well. The first three apparently are 45 best food and drink advent calendars for 2024. Bon Mammon, Franco Mintz, Harry and David, and more. That's the worst set of bands at a music concert ever. It's funny in my head.
Franco Mints?
Yep. So
I can see that being a band.
Yep. Bon Mammon, they sing in French, even though they're not French. Harry and David, they're just stuck on their names, so they're
like Simon and Garfunkel or something.
Yeah, right. They get in fights periodically on the stage. Yeah. Then they break up, then they get back together. They make a cute couple though. Anyway, whether you're craving a sweet and savory advent calendar or you're making up bands that are centered around real brands, and I don't know, maybe getting in trouble for it eventually. Anyway, oh, you know what? That reminds me. There's, live play role-playing games where they play the game and they record it and they post it as a podcast or on YouTube or something like that, like Glass Cannon and stuff like that. Apparently, there was discussion going around that they had to stop tying their characters to real movie stars, right? Because you're basically using
like
their mark,
inflating their persona or something.
Yeah, you're basically implying that character is that thing, and I guess a couple of people got in trouble about it, but they were advised by not just them, but like the people that they spoke to, I guess, were told by attorneys not to tie their characters to actors. And I was like, God, that is just so, like, because the scenario was which movie star, which celebrity would be your character if they had to play it in a movie, if this were turned into a movie.
Oh, I see. That shouldn't be objectionable to people. I just don't get why that's a problem.
I don't know, man. Litigious world we live in. Natalia Lusinski over at cnet.com put this article together. So you can get a jam advent calendar for $45 from Bon Mammon, if I'm pronouncing that properly.
Oh,
Fortnum's
interesting.
Feasting.
That would be a lot of different flavors. Like, is it?
There's little jars.
I guess it's like 12. Well, it depends. Some advent calendars are
like
larger,
a whole bunch.
But,
yeah. $276 at Fortnum and Mason. That's the Feasting Advent Calendar. I think we're going to end up taking a look at some of these. But there are 25 of these, 45 of these. And I just will not be able to go through all of these.
Ooh, I saw a caramel one go by.
Okay, so let's look at these so that at least we can tease some of them. Dandelion chocolate?
Maybe that's a brand.
Yeah. 12 days of hot sauce, I'm in. I would love that, but I'm not like huge. I'm not like a hothead. I am, but not hot sauce hothead. Himalayan dog treat advent calendar. I bet you that one's great, and it's going to be good for my coat, and I'll be a happy dog.
There's a cheese advent calendar.
I'm all over that. 2024 version is coming soon, so let's head on over to Murray's Cheese.
Oh, and
I
the
don't
cats
even.
can't be left out. There's also cat treats.
Who let the cat out? Who? Who? How about a charcuterie? Oh, you're not a charcuterie eater, considering you're a digital entity. Harry David limited edition 24 days of treats advent calendar. That's $150.
Olive oil, $100 at Williams Sonoma. That's up a bit.
Yep. Oh, a jerky advent calendar. Hell yes. Give them beer. Hell yes. 99 bucks.
Maybe you can get a beer one and a jerky one.
I want that. Peppermint bark is kind of standard fare for Williams Sonoma. And this would probably, if you know somebody that really likes peppermint, this would probably be great. But it's
true,
standard
but that's
fare.
probably a lot of peppermint bark. Like if it was something like bark, right? And you got like peppermint bark and I don't know what other kinds.
All kinds
like
of bark. Yeah,
caramel bark or whatever.
Kinder Mini Santa Advent Calendar. So if this is the like Kinder Chocolat, the German Kinder chocolate, it's really, really good. But I don't know how much it qualifies as chocolate.
Right.
It's really sweet. So McRae's Caramel Advent Calendar. I'm probably going to get... whoa. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm already aware of that. I checked. So Harry Potter Candy Advent Calendar. That's from Williams Sonoma. Let's see what else. Oh my gosh. Flaviar Whiskey Advent Calendar. It may not even be allowed to get sent to your state, but okay.
Right. He might have to check that before you get too wound up about that.
$250 too, so it better be full bottles. Otherwise, somebody give me a list and I will go buy all of the bottles.
That's
full
not
bottles
as festive.
for $250. Oh, okay. Yeah. And a beer advent calendar. Oh my goodness. Is there a tea one somewhere? There's a wine one.
There has to be.
Jack Daniels. Woodford
Spirits.
Reserve. Oh gosh. This right here is the let's get drunk on Christmas and end up in the emergency department section of this list.
Oh, there's a tea, coffee, and cocoa. Oh, and there's also a tea one down below that's all tea.
Vadim Loose Leaf Tea Advent Calendar. So this covers everything. Look.
Right, like
here.
pretty much everybody on your list probably likes one of these things.
Yep. So if you're a member of any of the communities, then this is your cup of tea or distillation expression.
Or bean.
All of these are expressions, by the way. Like all of the, like wine, it's an expression. That's a shirt right there. Okay. We'll spitball that. Anyway, or whatever you want to call it. So the bottom half of this is basically coffee, tea, wine, and spirit. So this is all kinds of awesome. Okay, so I want all of this. I think if I calculated it would probably be about, I don't know, $2,500 worth of stuff.
Like if you got all the advent calendars on here?
Yeah, let's see. There's 100, 200, all rough. 300, 400, 500, 600, 700 with the change, 800, 900, 1000. So 1250, 1300, 1400, 1500, 1600, 1700.
Ooh, there's a popcorn one.
1800, 1900. 2000. You can't even get it yet, so it doesn't have a price. So 2065, 2100. Wow, did I get this right? 22, 23.
I'd say
24.
so, and then you have to add in something for the one you can't get, so maybe 100.
So 27, close to $3,000. Yeah,
wow.
Depending
on.
on.
Well, right, but that's for 45 advent calendars.
Don't yuck my yum. I have a diverse set of tastes, honed over years of existence.
But if you don't have pets, you could save like $40 off it.
No, no, no. I'm sure those are human edible. So I would never give to my pets what I wouldn't eat, which makes the dog food aisle and the cat food aisle very awkward because I'm like popping the can open and nibbling.
Yeah, to taste it,
Or
right?
eating. I'll say eating. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Eating. Okay, let's move on. Next article is over in Technology Today. Save on state-of-the-art laser cutters and engravers during X-Tools anniversary sale. This is a weekly show, by the way, so this might be over, but I'm a big proponent of using the latest gadgets and gear and stuff, and I actually like X-Tools. I went a different way with a fiber laser, but if you want something that is easy peasy... Oh, let me play catch up real quick. The article's over at cnet.com. Ingrid Cruz is the author of this article. They start out with a bang, though. The X-Tool F1 Ultra Laser Engraver is $3,700 at X-Tool. Again, I don't know if it's still on sale. They have another one that's called M1, 4-in-1 craft machine, but we'll explain it when we get down to it. Then they have a heat press, which is $54, and then an acrylic screen printing ink package for only $15. So this kind of goes kind of off the chain really fast. But you save, if the sale is still going, you save $1,100 on that Ultra. But let's look at this. So this thing actually is pretty amazing. It says this is a dual laser engraver, can etch custom designs into more than 300 types of materials, including metal. 20 watt power. X-Tool says it's the world's first diode engraving machine, and it allows you to engrave in color for extra pizzazz. I need to look at this thing again because typically engraving in color requires a MOPA laser, a fiber MOPA laser.
Oh, okay, right.
That way you can change the frequencies to the level using the right light to get this type of change in color in the engraved metals. Not every fiber laser can do it. Like my fiber laser can't engrave color. But MOPA lasers can. And at 20 watts, I find it kind of dubious. I'd have to look again because I first saw the F1 when it was first released. And it isn't a true fiber laser, if I recall correctly. But I'll have to look at it again because 20 watts and being what's called a diode laser, I suspect that it's a fiber laser because it says F on it, and so it implies fiber laser. But you know what? Let's just look at it real quick. We'll do it live. Why not? So it says it's a fiber and diode laser. It's a 20 watt fiber laser and a 20 watt diode laser. So it actually has both. But I don't think it's a MOPA laser, so I don't understand how it can be doing color. At any rate, let's not belabor this. If you are interested in etching pretty much everything, you might as well go this route because there's more specialized tools, but this one actually, there's more powerful versions of it. Again, I find it dubious that this can do color, but I actually want a fiber laser that can do color. We're falling way behind in the time, but we're only going to do this show. And
That's
then,
because of the advent calendar one.
yeah. And then the continuity report. We've got one more show after this one, so stick around if you're interested in that kind of thing. That one's all about entertainment news, so movies and TV shows and stuff. But I'm really hot on this stuff. Haha, laser, get it. Anyway, because you can get additional gadgets with this that almost automate the process. All you have to do is you can put a little table on it and it conveys itself, etches in. You can just plop the stuff on it tell it to go, and its AI sees the orientation of whatever you put on there and goes plop. And so you don't have to sit there and line it up perfectly in the box and blah, blah, blah. It will do it all for you. And I'm looking back at my fiber laser and I'm going, I should have got the X-Tool F1. But the X-Tool F1 is even more expensive than the equivalent 20 watt pure fiber. But you can get all kinds of other gadgets with it, with much less headache. So bang for buck, I would say get the F1. Now, and so it has a small footprint compared to other kinds of lasers, like the 4-in-1.
Yeah, that is something to consider depending on what project you expect to be doing.
Right. And so depending on how much you want to spend, like what your budget is, diode lasers aren't as powerful as certain other lasers, although the technology has advanced to the point where you can get different diode lasers and they can match pound for pound. But apparently, like this one says that it's multifunctional. M1 Ultra is perfect for anyone. This is a craft machine. But you can swap out modules and it can do multiple duties. So right now it says you can get cutting blades, fine point blade, fine point pen, and the diode laser. Then there's this little heat press thing where you can use your inks and then heat press something on, or control, like bond something onto the fabric. So it says the actual heat includes 4 presets, temperature controls, thermomaster technology for even more even heating capabilities. You can use it hands-free or manually, giving you more options for what to press. And it's heavy enough that you can just set it on something and you don't have to crank down on a big handle. Heat presses are sometimes big clunky devices. I've got a heat press. Whenever I want to do like dye sublimation or press a design onto a shirt, I can do that. And it is massive compared to this. And well, if I can do this, then it can sit on a shelf somewhere. And when I'm ready, I can do a design. But these are actually really small. And then there's the screen printing ink. And that's a whole other headache worth of building something out. So we won't get into that, but I definitely want that, mainly because of the convenience of its conveyor belt and its smart features. You can't go wrong, except that it's $3,700 after $1,200 off. All right, let's keep going. We'll start batting cleanup here. I have 32 minutes to do 7 articles.
Let's see what happens.
Okay, so this next submission is interesting because I really love like metal electronic devices. I want to move away from plastic as much as possible, including the devices that I type on, but keyboards are all plastic when they're relatively inexpensive. Now, I have, I have one called Chilkey. It's a 65 key keyboard, 65% keyboard. And it is an all metal case, except for its innards. There are pieces of plastic that are in there, like the PCB, and switches are plastic and stuff like that. The keys are plastic, but I can actually swap them out for something like glass or metal, and there are metal keys. And I can get blank keys and etch them with whatever I want, right? So I think that's a great option, but I don't know of any metal mice. Well, Logitech is making 502 metal mice of the G502 gaming mouse, but guess what? You can't buy it, apparently.
Which is just all the more reason to want it.
And I want it. So can you guess which gaming mouse is getting this limited edition treatment? It's basically the best-selling G502 limited edition aluminum version The G502X Plus AL edition has the same functionality as the standard wireless G502X mouse, plus the aluminum chassis with laser etched markings, including a serial number from 1 to 502. And so, yeah, sorry, I'm reading this little observation that the L in AL should be lowercase, though they speculate Logitech wanted to avoid confusing A1 with AL or AI or whatever the hell, whatever. The wrong font can make a difference, right?
Yes,
anyway,
it can.
AI, and let's just move on. Anyway, in 10 years since it launched, the G502 has been the mainstay of Logitech's gaming lineup. The original was a wired mouse, a version of which you can still buy today for around $50. G502X made the jump to wireless and the Lightspeed dongle. Now the $160 G502X Plus, which the limited edition is based on, features a 25,000 dots per inch sensor, more RGB lighting because that's what you need in your hand is a seizure-inducing strobe, and wireless charging with the power.
Is that a bug or a feature?
Depends who you want to victimize in your office. So yeah, I've got a mechanical keyboard coming for the office, so that because I'm not always in the studio, and I like mechanical keyboards that let everybody in the mayoral mansion know when I'm typing. I'm gonna have it modified, so you know those pop rock things where you throw them on the ground and they go snap.
Oh right, yeah.
I'm gonna have.
You should demonstrate though.
Do that. No, I am not. Oh, you mean?
Yeah, just that.
Can you hear that really well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Thock, baby. Anyway, you can't get Thock from a mouse.
We have to pay extra for that.
There's a t-shirt. Another t-shirt. So the company gave away 10 of the mice already on the Logitech G account on the website formerly known as Twitter. And if you want to nab one, it's probably worth paying attention to the brand's social media pages. This is the kind of forever mouse they can get into, and that's because basically Logitech lost their freaking mind because what they wanted to do was release a forever mouse that you had to subscribe to get feature editions, updates, etc. Yes, a subscription for your freaking mouse.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Dumbasses. Anyway, I want this all metal mouse. So somebody out there, pay attention to the Twitter, because I'm not going to Twitter. I'll check out their other social media, but okay, let's keep going. The next article, and see, but you're gonna have to hold on. Let me back it. You're gonna have to like give blood or sell your soul or something like that. Be politically connected to them, or some adherent to all things Logitech, and I'm just not that brand sensitive. I want something that's good, and a Chill Key keyboard is not name brand, but it has wonderful sound. It's all metal. The suspension of the board makes it a pleasure to work with. It's quiet where it needs to be and thocky where it is. And you set it on your desk and it doesn't move. It could have probably stopped the dolly from hitting the Francis Scott Key bridge.
Wow, I mean, that's several megatons, perhaps.
40 megatons worth of microplastic could have been stopped by everybody switching to an all-metal keyboard. That's not true, but I will stick to it. So Antonio G. D. Benedetto put this article together for TheVerge.com. I don't think I said it at the beginning, but let's keep moving. Next article is over in the Warcrafters channel, and we have a new logo for the Warcrafters channel. Look at that. Isn't that sexy?
I know. It looks good.
It's pretty cool. So it has the war and the shield, and then inside the shield is gears. There's an arrow that's sticking through right there. Anyway, So the holy Thock of All Keys full metal keycaps cannot make up for the fact that the author of this is a terrible typist. I'm not, but maybe they are. Says they're going to be honest here. They're not a grape typist. You know what? I'm going to lean into that. They can tap away
as opposed to like a strawberry typist.
You know, whatever flavor typist you want to be, you be. You be you. So they say, I mean, I can type away at a pretty decent rate of keyboardy knots. Okay. You're really killing me. But they're no touch typer, and that means that they got their hands on the All Keys Retro 80S all metal keycaps. They were first awed, and then they more and more frustrated. So that's largely down to their own failings as a typist, but also the fact that All Keys sent over the blank versions of the keycaps. This is what I was saying. With metal keycaps, I could just throw it in my laser and etch whatever I want.
Yeah, that would be really neat, because then you could customize it.
So I want this. I don't know what the price is, but if I see the price and it makes sense to me, I'm going to be getting... The only bummer about this is you better get it right, because if you laser etch... Let's just go over to it. So they're all metal.
Yeah, that would not be good, right? You put them in there and then you have a glitch or something.
Yeah, and it's like off center. It would, oh my God, if it was off center, I would go insane.
What if your whole set was off? That would not be good.
Wow, that makes my stomach upset. Because I like finding home row is pretty easy mode. But when you're off, it almost upsets your stomach. Like you want to throw up a little bit.
Yeah, that's not good.
Maybe it's just me. So Dave James over at PCGamer.com put the article together. It says they're all metal all the time, but the blank set frustrated them, and the premium price is hard to swallow despite the utterly premium feel. So I haven't seen the price yet. And this, when somebody says it's a premium price, it's going to hurt.
It's going to be bad because everything's a premium price, even if it's not anything special.
How much do you think that these are? I don't know how many keys. So if it's 100 keys, 102 keys, how much do you think it's going to cost at 102 keys?
$200 maybe. It's probably more than that.
So like $2 a key. You think?
It's probably more, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing $350. But it's blank, so they're just stamped, right? So maybe not. Maybe they're not stamped. Maybe
yeah, I'm not sure.
If they're cast, this is going to be crazy expensive. Okay, so let's look.
Does it even say the price?
It's going to say it at the bottom because people are going to have a heart attack. So largely down to their own failings of a typist. We already talked about that. Oh boy, do they sound good. They've replaced all of the plastic keycaps off their Mountain Everest 60 keyboard. So keybar, look, there are candy bar keyboards. Those are the straight brick ones. Split keyboards are superior in all ways. I'm just telling you all that, but I have actually swapped out my keyboards to two candy bar ones to get the metal ones to get away from microplastics. So it says they're weighty. There's a definitive, I've really hit that key feeling to typing on the board now. For all the smaller keys, that's a lovely thing. The space bar, it does make the long boy very prone to accidental hits, probably because it's metal weighing down. Oh, they say it's a single switch, so that kind of sucks. So as a package, however, the All Keys set is ace. You get 2 layers of keycaps in the box, covering the gamut of different size keys, supporting ANSI and ISO layouts. So it doesn't really matter. These look like they're powder coated. Okay, these are cast and powder coated. Okay, they have to be $300.
$500 now.
Look at that. Oh my goodness. All right. So I'm not even going to go into anything else. Let's just look at the price. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, it's only $200.
What a deal.
I can't justify $200. So whether you want the legends on there or not, it's $190. It says in the article that they know that these are premium caps and only for the real serious keyboard enthusiasts. But that's still a lot of cash to drop on a cosmetic. Actually, that's not quite fair. These caps aren't just cosmetic because they do alter the feel of the board itself and also the sound, because that thock part comes from the keys hitting the bottom of the switch. So tapping on a key that's weighted already, you can just barely, if the spring inside the switch is weak, out of spec, it's gonna accidentally activate just because a strong wind blows by. So but I want it, honestly. I think that these look like they would be amazing on this. I have an all black keyboard right now, but I'm getting a purple one. And if I can get, I think that, I don't know, that gray is not really, yeah, I don't know. On this all
I'm
black
not too
one,
wound up about the color, but it sounds like it would sound really neat and be substantial.
yeah, they need to do something with the color scheme. Maybe there's different. It says Retro 80S, so it's matching the old school keyboard. Oh my gosh, I just got lost in the time. Let's keep going. The next article is over in Reality Hacker. iFixit portable soldering iron review, worthy of your workbench? I would say absolutely. Sometimes, depending on who you are and what you do, you may actually have to do down to component level troubleshooting in the field. And if you bring the right part because you think that you know what's going on, or you're working on something like Raspberry Pis or wiring something, you may want a soldering iron with you, and a portable one is awesome. So this article is over at Wired. Scott Gilbertson put this article together. I might actually get this simply so that I have in my go bag a portable soldering iron.
I didn't even know there were portable soldering irons.
Oh yeah, there's different kinds too. There's like I have one. Oh, it's not in here. It used to be in here, but it's not anymore. There's gas powered ones. Like you put in a little cylinder of gas and light it up, and it actually heats up the soldering iron. And this one is a resistive one powered by a battery. So it says the repair gurus at iFixit have created the soldering iron that you didn't know you always wanted. Gets a 9 out of 10 rating.
I mean, that's reason to consider it right there.
So go and check out iFixit, but they have a bunch of tools, and usually it solves the problem, like whatever it is, along with the fact that they have teardowns. Their tool kits come in handy. So iFixit, which made its name in the repair world by creating guides, tutorials, and more, all designed to help consumers basically do self-repair. The first product is a portable USB-C soldering iron. So I've used other devices, but like this, like I've got 3D printing pens that you slide in some filament and you can just forever. But they're not USB-C, so I'm glad that they moved to the USB-C standard. It can throw a ton of power at this thing. iFixit's new soldering iron is actually several products. The core is the Smart Soldering Iron for $80. It's powered by USB-C, comes with a beveled 1.5 millimeter tip. There's a bunch of different tips available, not just the tips. You can get other stuff. Then there's the portable soldering station for $250, which includes the iron and a battery pack designed for the iron, but all you need is a USB-C cable. You just plug it in somewhere. You get your voltage from whatever. The final option is the complete toolkit for $300, which includes everything from the soldering station package, plus useful tools like wire strippers, flush cutters, solder, flux, a wire holder, cleaner, and more, like this little pad probably. But they don't highlight that. The thing that jumps out at you when you're first opening the kit, oh yeah, is the magnetic cap. Thing is genius. Not only does it cover the tip, but you can put it on even when the tip is hot, and it'll automatically power down the idle temperature or to idle temperature, which you can set in the app.
Okay, that's really smart.
It has an app.
Nice.
Wow. So every soldering iron should have a cap like this. This is brilliant, as long as you remember to put it on and you don't set it down on your silicone mat.
Right.
Because direct heat can actually, well, it depends on the type of material. But anyway, they say it's ergonomic, easy to hold. This actually looks easy peasy. Looks like a very smart buy if you are a repair person, and you don't have stuff that's permanently attached to your workbench. Like I've got a soldering iron that is impossible to take with me. And so I think that this is brilliant. Put it in your go bag, go visit the in-laws, that you're going to have to fix something. Anyway, 55 watt hour battery combo kit. That's if you opt to get that. Yep. All right. Anyway, go check this out. Let's keep going. The next article is over in Reality Hacker. That's one of our shows. The Roto VR Explorer, the first made-for-Meta VR chair. So the Roto VR Explorer is grabbing attention of plenty of XR enthusiasts, and it's pretty much anything VR, anything alternate reality, extended reality, etc., and can see why at a glance. The chair that tracks your movement as you spin around in VR might seem like a little more than gimmick, but in their opinion, this it's over at I think, I don't know where this is housed. Hold on. XR Today. So, but in their opinion, it's an interesting alternative to all things of the other peripherals emerging to tackle the issue of VR locomotion, because right now you can get really wildly expensive stuff. I don't know how much this costs, but if you don't have room scale VR, XR, AR, etc., then sitting in a table or sitting at a chair hooked up to your computer or just with a portable VR headset, you don't have to go anywhere, but you can.
Yeah, this seems like it's good for small space, but then also for safety, right? You're not tripping over things.
Yeah, exactly. Great observation. So the article is over at xrtoday.com. Rebecca Carter is the author of this, and I want to see the chair itself, but why do I feel like they're not showing the damn chair? Are you kidding me?
Why do they not do that?
So what is the Roto VR Explorer? The Roto VR Explorer is a new motorized chair created by Roto VR. You can rotate 360 degrees with your head movements and sync with your in-game audio. Available for $800, which is a reasonable price for a VR-powered chair, as long as it maintains its comfort for extended periods of time. Like I'm in a chair upwards of 8 hours a day, so it's one of the pricier accessories made for Meta devices like the Quest 3, but guess what? If it doesn't work for PC VR in general, just not interested. It needs to support more, but that's not how licensing works. And when you throw a lot of money so that you can hold everybody hostage, this is what you end up with. So,
wow, I just sent you a picture so you can at least see what it looks like.
Oh, right on. Thank you. Oh, interesting. So it sits on a big platform, and that is what pivots, and you put your feet on a little leg rest so that you're not dangling your feet over the edge like a goober and dragging your feet when it's trying to power turn. And it's very minimalist. It has minimal back support, but you don't need comprehensive back support as long as it supports your spine, and allows you to rest, right? Like you don't want the small of your back and kind of like your, what do you want to refer to that as? Muffin top, right? You don't want your muffin top like oozing around something. So this actually has like these graceful arches like ribs around the back. I think it's cool industrial design for sure. So it has 21 revolutions per minute motor, haptic feedback for your entire body, integrated charging port, cable management system, charging port. Is this thing like, does it have batteries, or is
No,
this a
I don't
bot?
know.
Interesting. So they just drop that in there. Integrated charging port. I don't know if that means power
That's for your headset
or is that what it says?
up above, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks for reading that. So the look and turn technology built into the chair works really well, automatically turning you. The whole reason why I selected this is because of that. I had actually heard about this previously. We had touched on it in a previous show a while back. But the look and turn technology is spectacular because you basically just have to look, and the chair will turn in the direction and give you the feeling of a momentum shift. And so it can actually ground you in the VR space so that you don't get motion sickness as much, because in VR, when you turn your head but your body doesn't actually turn, yet your body in game turns, it throws off your eyes, and the data between your inner ear and your eyes and your feet grounded in reality versus virtual reality, game over. And you have to get used to that and overcome that disconnection. You have to pretty much ignore your feet's sensory perceptions. So it says, as they mentioned above, Roto VR isn't just a VR locomotion gimmick. It aims to address some of the biggest challenges with actually using VR headsets. First, it can actually make your VR experiences more immersive depending on the app you use. Unfortunately, looking around at your full virtual landscape isn't always as easy as when you're sitting on a standard office chair as your sofa. The shape of the standard chair usually gets in the way, forcing you to stand up, crane your neck, use your controllers. Roto VR Explorer addresses this issue, allowing you a more comfortable, immersive experience. It even makes it easier to use your arms and hands freely when you're in VR. Since it has a shorter backrest than your standard chair, your arms are free to move around. Like, see, I hit my backrest just going
Oh,
like
right.
that.
I see. Yeah, that could really be a problem in VR.
Yeah, I was going to mention that it actually sits a little squat. The backrest, it stops at like the middle of your back. And it's a shorter rib on the top, and then a wider one, and then a wider one. So it's there to support the small of your back, but that's pretty much it. And realistically, that's all you need. As long as
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, you're not bending over the... Anyway, so they believe that the chair that supports real-world movements that coincide with what you see in VR can cause less disorientation for your brain, which is what I was describing earlier. The less disconnect there is between what your body is doing, moving around, and what you see in VR, the less likely you are to feel nauseous when you're wearing your headset, and it makes sense. So this is a brilliant solution without the massive contraption of a VR treadmill. And being strapped into something permanently, like in an emergency, or just because you have to do a pee break. You want to be able to just pull that headset off and leave. But VR treadmills, you're actually pinned in to a ring or some other contraption so that it pins you in place. So when you move, you're moving the character. You can't get out of that fast. You have to undo a vest, and take off the shoes because you can't mess them up because you have like custom shoes that you wear inside a VR treadmill. Yeah. So I think it's pretty cool. $800. It is a pretty big bat to swing, but if you can, and you're really into VR, man, do it on Twitch. People totally gobble that up. All right, let's keep going though, unless you want to say something else about it. It says it's compatible with 400 games and apps on the Meta
I think
Quest.
that's really cool. Hopefully they start doing this for other VR platforms.
Yeah, that exclusivity really sucks, but it got it done. So, it's a win-lose. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to get so lost in all of these. 32 great tech gifts under $100. So CNET put this together. David Carnoy put this together specifically. The deck statement says, check out our favorite tech gifts under $100 that will impress any tech enthusiast without breaking the bank. I don't know, tech enthusiast. So a lot of this is Bluetooth speakers. There's 32 gifts here. And so some of them there are Bluetooth speakers in here, Bluetooth headphones, the Sony CH720N, entry-level noise-canceling headphones. I would probably go along. These are $100. For $80 more, you can get the Austrian Audio Bluetooth headphones, noise canceling, that have a charging circuit that allows you to be plugged in, charging the headset and playing the music. So usually it turns off the device. I'd have to look at the CH720s, but the reason why I'm promoting the Austrian Audio ones is because they are metal hinged.
Right, which may mean you don't need to replace them as often.
Yep. And so like right now I'm replacing a pair of headphones that have a plastic hinge where a metal pin is holding onto a plastic loop. And the little arm of the loop, a tiny little 1/16 of an inch by 1/16 of an inch of plastic, was holding this hinge together, and it popped off. And that's all they wrote. And oddly enough, I don't want to throw them under the bus because I actually find them a valuable solution.
And it wasn't Sony, but
it wasn't
the point
Sony.
is a metal hinge can make a difference.
And a metal hinge can make a difference. And so, but here's the kicker for those other headphones, the ones that failed, because of a plastic hinge. A plastic hinge with a metal pin. So metal and plastic don't usually work well together. They don't like to play in each other's sandbox.
They're not friends.
But these were expensive, like this price, maybe a little more. And instead of them demanding I send them back so that they replace them, they're sending me a brand new pair.
Which, that says a lot about the company.
Yeah. And that's why I don't really, the integrity there is, look, we know that there's a problem, send it. We're not going to fix this. So we'll send you replacements. Anyway, so I'm really into fire pits. I like the idea of them. They add a level of ambiance. And if you get the right kind, you can actually barbecue marshmallows without getting some weird chemical taste. But this is a solo stove. So the bigger version of the best mini fire pit. It's only $80 at Solo Stove. I almost want to just get it. If it wouldn't set the deck umbrella on fire, but this looks like a flaming inferno shooting out of the top of it.
It does. So we use it carefully if you get it.
That's right. Keep your children away from it. You want a portable blender, the Ninja Blast, Hydro Flask, French press, which I didn't know Hydro Flask made a French press, which means...
No, nor did I.
I know people that are going to be getting an interesting Christmas present this year. Echo Dots, if you want, or a Spot, actually, it's the second generation. Roku, Anker 622 MagGo magnetic battery, which I would probably hold off until they verify that all of the models of the MagGo aren't an issue, but the MagGo from Anker had a hiccup.
Yeah, there were some recalls on some of the products, but I don't know if it was on this one.
Yeah, I don't think it was this one, but I would probably hold off. So Hoverboard Duo, it's a holder for your tablet.
Okay,
Amazon
that's
Kindle.
something that's certainly needed.
Yep. Everybody would benefit from an Anker GAN Prime. They're small compared to other chargers. This one is a heavyweight 65 watt that can actually charge a USB-C powered laptop, a considerable laptop. If you get anything less, if you get something that's more powerful than the laptop, it can step down. But if you get anything less, it won't power it up. So you run around for a day trying to find the charger that works, all the while, thinking, maybe being told, no, anyway, I'll be okay. Portable keyboards, a smart electric toothbrush that I think it has haptic feedback. Don't hold me to that, but yeah, there's a whole new thing now that gives you feedback while you're brushing your teeth.
I don't know if people want feedback when they're brushing their teeth.
What is this high-tech shower mat?
I don't know. That worries me because I think you don't want anything electronic near a shower. But
Power scroll. Yep, sorry. Oh, wait. I want to see that too. So yeah, Hydro Flask. I don't have any Hydro Flasks up here, but I love Hydro Flask. It has a coating, but it's all metal, and this one might actually be ceramic coated because they make some of their bowls and other
Right.
gadgets are ceramic lined. They have a wine bottle that's ceramic lined, but I want to see if this is actually ceramic lined. Sorry. It's insulated, keeps your coffee hot longer. Stainless steel, so it's more durable than a glass French press. But that can't be stainless steel inside with that cover.
I don't think so.
So I don't know. I'm gonna have to look afterward because it doesn't say anything overtly. Anyway, French presses are great. And it's not always coffee that you can make in a French press. So. Okay, let's keep going. I want to find out that bath mat. Hopefully I don't dox myself in the process. I know, just one more second. Hold on, we're almost there,
There were a
folks.
lot of items in this article.
Yeah, 32. Okay, so there it is, Sutera stone bath mat.
Is it heated or something?
Diatomaceous earth shower mats may cost more than your standard cloth bath mat, but they hold up better over time. Feel good underfoot, dry surprisingly quickly, and bonus, you don't have to stick them in the wash to clean them. Sutera's stone bath comes in a few designs, including slate, granite, and gray with wavy grooves, baby. They include a non-slip safety mat that you put underneath the stone mat, $75. Okay, it says you don't have to stick them in the wash to clean them.
Right, aren't they made out of
Stone. Diatomaceous earth.
Right, exactly.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it. Let's keep going. The next article, I'm going to do this one really quick. We're already over. So the USB mic and headset combo is perfect for streaming. It's 50% off, and it's HyperX Quadcast microphone and the HyperX Alpha Cloud headset. I've seen various reviews about the HyperX set, and they're pretty rave reviews. It says, here's why newbie streamers need it. The Quadcast is actually a full range 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So if I remember right. So let's go. Jennifer Allen over at digitaltrends.com put this article together. It's 50% off, so you actually can get streaming with just $120. And there's basically a couple of things that are really important to streaming. One, you got to have a great personality. So I'm out right away. And you have to have really good audio, and then comes video. So what you want is good microphone. You want to be able to hear your games. You want to be able to isolate. So with this setup, you're pretty good to go, because you put this on, you get your surround sound. You can actually use the boom mic here. You can actually use them together, by the way. This, depending on your software, you can configure the boom mic so that it goes through to like your party, but this mic goes out to your audience. Or you can turn off this mic and just use your boom mic. But it really depends on how you have your computer configured. So the HyperX Cloud Alpha wireless features, it says in there, look at the best gaming headsets. And while the deal has the wired one, it's still worth your time. The headset offers 50mm drivers, which reduce distortion by separating bass frequencies from the mids and highs, so you get more accurate audio. This is more like marketing kind of stuff, but It says it works with any platform with 3.5 millimeter port. And the HyperX Quadcast is worth checking out because I've seen reviews for that, and I think that it sounds great. And you're not spending a huge amount of money because you can easily spend $240 on just the mic. So let's take, for instance, the Beacon mic. That let me see what the current price is for the Beacon mic. So a new Beacon mic, which is what I use, is $279. But it has onboard mixing component where you can use its software, but you actually, everything is done on it. And it has a headset, a mini jack on the back so that you can loop it so that you can hear yourself. It's a monitor. Great reproduction, and the onboard software that you can install on your computer allows you to modify your voice to some degree, amplify the bass if you have if you don't have a deep voice but you want it represented as deep. And then you get the Beacon mixer, either the Beacon mixer or the Pro. And now they've got it's called the Create. And now they've got a new thing called the Beacon Studio. So easily the mic, just the mic alone, is more than the microphone here and the headset by double because it's on sale. I don't know if it's still on sale because there's a knock-on link inside this.
Right.
But if you can get it even at $240, the combination I think is great. And it says here, because it's wired, it works with any platform that has the 3.5 port. It also has a detachable noise canceling microphone for talking with two teammates. But we'd recommend switching over to the bundled microphone anytime you're streaming. But I believe you can do both at the same time. And one can be, because what you want to do is there are times where you want to turn off your mic to your audience so that you can talk to your party. And there are times where you want to turn off your party and talk to your audience. So there's always a key.
I mean, it seems like a really good deal. Plus, it seems like it's somewhat approachable for people that kind of want like a professional quality, but they don't have enough money to spend an arm and a leg.
Plus, the mic has LEDs. So. Let's go to our last article for today. It's the 21 best advent calendars for 2024 from chocolate to Lego. We'll rip through this real fast. It's actually over at telegraph.co.uk, put together by Rebecca Astle, Kira Clark, Simon Lewis. They're the lifestyle review editors. And we're going to rip through it really quick because they don't have an actual list, I don't think. Actually, it says
that's
21.
The list up at the top.
Yeah, but there's 21.
Oh, sorry. Those are the ones that they're particularly featuring. But got it.
So they basically are saying the best Lego advent calendar is the Lego Star Wars advent calendar. The best beauty advent calendar is the Charlotte's Beauty Chest of Love advent calendar of love. The best chocolate advent calendar had me at chocolate. The Hotel Chocolat, the Grand advent calendar. Is that okay? The Grand? Is it the Grand Hotel Chocolate or the Hotel Chocolate the Grand? I don't know. The best Pokemon advent calendar. I have an embargo against anything Pokemon / Nintendo right now because they're suing Pal World.
Yes, I saw that.
And I don't like the way that Nintendo treats content creators. It's hit or miss if you land on their radar and then they completely crap on you, apparently. And since I don't talk about them, I guess they can't come after me. Anyway, best grooming advent calendar is Keel's limited edition holiday advent calendar. And the best grooming calendar just seems weird.
Yeah.
But
beauty maybe, or
yeah, you like something. Gift that to somebody and the implication is they've got a grooming problem. I love you, honey, but
there's a lot of people that would like a
you need to shave your
an
legs,
advent calendar like that, but probably not with that name.
I feel like I'm married to a Wookiee, and I got this Lego Star Wars advent calendar just to drive home the point. So here is the Lego one, and here is the grooming advent calendar.
Wow.
Oh, so here's the top. So there's the Lego one. Looks like a Christmas tree.
Lego Star Wars are always good advent calendars.
Always good. How many pieces? Oh, it's 24 little gifts inside the advent calendar. Oh, I think I've had one of these. Where you put the little, like, there's a bunch of minifigs.
Yeah,
and stuff
there's
inside.
Little door.
Like,
I mean, it's obviously since it's an advent calendar, but yeah, there's little
like
builds
ships and
yes,
doodads and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, is it? How much is it? $30.
And a lot of those actually go on sale around Black Friday. So.
Oh, wow. Pretty cool. Hotel Chocolate Grand Advent Calendar. It's $80. That better be some spectacular chocolate. Chocolate slabs, selector packs, truffles.
Oh, it has
pecans,
liqueurs. That's probably why.
These are all UK, by the way, so I don't know if we can get them in the United States, let alone
like the Lego Star Wars is available in the US. And probably variations are, but the pricing is going to be different, of course.
Lint is number 3. Pokemon got an embargo. The Gruffalo and Friends Advent Calendar.
Oh, that's cool. It's little activity books.
Oh, that's cute. Enamel Charm Necklace Advent Calendar. You know what? And there's 15 more. So I'm just going to call it. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Unless you hint want to see the grooming one, right?
We already went past it.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to down all of the John Lewis Wine Advent Calendar contents in one day and snap us back to the wanted front page over at ohmtown.com. I joke a lot. I don't drink that much. I pretty much gave it up, and now I have like maybe a beer every couple of days. Anyway, I don't want anybody to get the impression that I'm just a functional alcoholic here in ohmTown. I'm kind of worried about the mayor of ohmTown. He's constantly talking about alcohol and coping. No? All right. Well, anyway, that's it, folks. I am Mayor Watt. We will see you in about 15 minutes to do the continuity report. That will last a whole lot shorter than today's show. Or wanted. So see you in a little bit. I want to say bye.
Bye-bye, ohmTown citizens. Thanks for joining us for Wanted.
Which IP rating is fully waterproof? Whenever I see IP, I think of internet protocol, not the water protection thing. Okay, I think it's like 63 or something. What? It's something I can't remember. There's a letter and a number. Yeah, like IP. I don't know, a lot. See ya. Get it? IP a lot? Never mind.